We are back. Another reaction video, bro. We're reacting to 10 ways John Cena ruined wrestling in WWE, bro. I'm not gonna lie, at first, when he turned heel, I'm like, yeah, bro, he's doing what he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He's ruining wrestling. A part of the storyline, right? Ain't gonna lie, bro. Can I tell you something? Let me tell you something about my GOAT, bro. And we never bring this up again. He's ass. He's ass. And it breaks my heart. But his heel turn is terrible, bro. So you're gonna see what 10 ways he's been ruining wrestling, but he's just been ass, bro.
Has ruined pro wrestling in WWE. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook. Number 10, the same promos.
Yes,
the idea of a heel John Cena cutting a promo was a fascinating idea following the initial heel turn. Cena hadn't cut a heel promo since 2003, and with Cena gradually becoming one of the best talkers of all time, fans hoped that Cena would deliver some of his finest work in the promo department.
And like, bro, there's just no substance at all. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I stopped watching. I stopped caring about his promos when he turns heel and his storylines because it just sucks, bro. Like, this nigga comes into the ring, bro. He insults the fans with the same insults every week, same monotone, same this, same that. And I get it, he's ruining wrestling. But like, bro, what are you really doing, bro? Like, it's just boring, bro. It's sad to see my GOAT do this, I'm not gonna lie.
Whilst elements of Cena's early promos were strong, soon enough, the material became extremely repetitive, and when he began putting on a cartoonish voice, fans quickly lost interest. One of the key issues with Cena's promo work is that the motivation for the heel turn still makes zero sense. Cena sided with The Rock, then decided to awkwardly never mention him in any capacity again. Cena has bad blood with the fans, but this bad blood is from over a decade ago, and not a single babyface on the show has counteracted Cena's motivations for turning heel with any logic. This is of course because the heel turn completely falls apart the moment a Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes calls this out, but even still, the promo material should have been a lot more convincing. Number 9, the black.
And bro, like, the thing is, like, he didn't even need all this heel, like, on and cheat, bro. I get it, he's been losing, bro, but what he really should have did was tapped into Super Cena. Like, yeah, I'm Super Cena, what y'all gonna do about it? Who's gonna do something about it? Who's gonna come out here and beat me? He still could have been a heel, turn on Cody without Rock being there. Like, he still could have low blow him, but all this other stuff, like, and I love Travis Scott. That's one of my favorite artists, bro. Like, you can have Travis Scott in a different aspect, bro. Like, using him to win is just kind of crazy. Like, it's very crazy, John. What are we doing, bro? It's very crazy. Like,
And graphics. One of the things John Cena promised during one of his first heel promos was no new theme song and no new attire, which was incredibly disappointing. One of the things Cena debuted was a brand new Titantron. Sadly, this Titantron is the blandest thing imaginable. It's simply a black Titantron with Cena's name in white letters. It's so confusing as to why Cena allowed WWE to change this graphic, but he's still using the same theme song and still dressing the exact same. If Cena really wanted to go all in on ruining wrestling, then surely it would have made sense to come out with either no music or music that fans absolutely loathed. It's just laziness on WWE's part, as integral parts of Cena's heel presentation could have been executed so well, but it's just so underwhelming. Number 8.
What I don't have a problem with, right, is the same attire. I don't care about the Jumbotron. I think it's kind of hard, actually. Just a black screen and you coming out with the championship above your head. That's hard. That's hard, right? But the thing I don't like is them damn socks, bro. John Cena, go back to no socks, bro. Go back to no socks, bro, when you was really in your bag, bro. Nobody wants to see these little kitty crew sock, damn green socks when you come out, bro. You look unserious, bro. Get in your bag. Get into the old Super Cena attire, bro. Like, it's just nasty work. And get a tan. Damn.
Mixed messages. Fans collectively wondered how John Cena's merchandise would operate when he was a heel. Sometimes when wrestlers turn heel, they have no merchandise at all. In fact, in 2008, when Chris Jericho took on the position as a top heel in WWE, he outright insisted that he didn't want any merchandise being sold. Jericho's rationale was that he didn't want fans supporting him in any way. But this isn't the case with Cena. Cena comes out in every city with new merchandise, and other than looking utterly miserable visually, Cena looks exactly the same. Cena's merchandise would have been designed in advance, which definitely supports the reports that Cena's heel turn was decided at the last minute. From WWE's side, Cena's final year in the company is a financial goldmine, so to fail to produce classic Cena shirts for every distinct city would have been a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
For this heel turn to work and for it to be considered one of the most memorable heel turns in WWE history, both WWE and Cena had to commit all the way. However, that just hasn't occurred. Number 7, the same thing over and over.
Yep.
And there were rumors that Randy Orton would end up being John Cena's final opponent. However, due to Backlash 2025 being in St. Louis, WWE decided to book the final showdown between the two to headline the PLE. Due to the lore and continuity between the two men, there was a huge opportunity to settle the feud with intense promo exchanges, yet WWE didn't remotely bother.
Bro, they had John Cena. And maybe this was John booking this too. I don't even know who runs things in WWE. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Triple H. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Anyways, they had this dude John come out like 3 weeks straight trying to build this feud, getting RKO'd after RKO after RKO. Same spot, just laid out like this. If you don't fight back, bro, nobody wants to see this, bro. The match, bro, I ain't gonna lie, hot take. The match was low-key, it was good. I like that as an ending to their history or whatever.
Cena's heel promos were the same one-note tone they'd been since March, and all of the segments between the two saw Cena get laid out by an RKO again and again and again and again. Fans called out these segments for being generic and repetitive, and some would even say that WWE became creatively bankrupt. Cena as a heel should be an exciting concept. However, within a matter of weeks, it was almost as if WWE had just run out of ideas.
Cena
How
dropped
is this
the ball.
even possible? Well, one of the other issues with Cena's creative is that he's not a full-time talent. While Cena is making a number of dates and working the majority of PLEs, he's not on all episodes of television. This was seen with the build to Saturday Night's main event, as R-Truth had to build up his match with Cena by himself. This was a difficult task, and it's almost as if WWE Creative struggled with how to book Cena in a meaningful way, because it's not a consistent character on the weekly shows. Number 6, who is the face of WWE?
John Cena, no question.
WWE decided to put the title on John Cena as a heel was a very risky move. The reason this was risky was that they had Cody...
Look at that title right there. Look at that title right there. The spinner one. You know which one I'm pointing at. Y'all really say online that that's not the greatest WWE championship of all time? Just look at it. Like, bro, that's beautiful. They call it a toy championship, bro. Look at that, bro. Damn, with the eagle on top. Damn.
Rhodes as a champion and the face of the company. And the product was truly thriving. Rhodes was a full-time talent and he was everywhere for WWE. He was a poster boy for the brand, and there's no denying the American Nightmare's drawing power. Following WrestleMania 41, Rhodes would take a leave of absence from WWE, and this left WWE in a state of limbo. They had no top babyface to carry the product, and whilst names such as Randy Orton and CM Punk were present on television, WWE were crucially missing the captain of the show, and the product suffered as a result.
Bro, Cody's the quarterback or whatever you want to say, because, you know, Roman isn't there and, you know, what else. But, bro, everybody needs a break, bro. This man, Cody, has been there. Like, I know he had that injury, but, since 2022, he's been there majority of the time, bro. This man can have a break. Like, it's normal. I think we need to relax on that.
Rhodes taking a leave of absence could have worked if he dropped the title to Cena, and Cena was still a babyface. But with Cena being a heel and Cena making sporadic appearances, it just hasn't worked. SmackDown has greatly suffered from this. WWE should have had the foresight to realize that a 3-hour product needs a central character, and with Rhodes absent up until Saturday night's main event, the SmackDown product has been a monotonous broadcast every single week.
Well, let me let y'all in on a little secret. SmackDown has been ass for like 4 years. I know, bro, the golden days of SmackDown, my nigga, was when Roman had that gold glove with Paul Heyman, main event Jay, and what did they call Jimmy? Oh no, they were just calling that nigga Jimmy. But that SmackDown 2020 to 2021, peak SmackDown, bro. But for the past 4 years, bro, 4 or 5 years, it's been doo doo. Ain't gonna lie, I probably watched like one episode of SmackDown, like fully. Like it's just terrible. And now it's 3 hours, bro. And I saw a report that like they're happy that it's 3 hours. Like, I mean, I guess it's good for talent, but nobody's watching. What are we doing?
5, Fiend. Travis Scott was a
Fiend.
critical part of the John Cena heel turn. Scott would assist Cena in beating down Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber. However, in the weeks that followed, Scott wouldn't be mentioned on TV. Fast forward to WrestleMania 41, and in possibly the worst interference spot of all time, WWE and Cena would act like Scott was the greatest pro wrestler on the earth, but Scott would be presented as the difference maker in the main event. Cena would even have a smile on his face as Scott appeared, as if he was the gifted pro wrestler that he needed. Where the hell has this relationship come from? And why is WWE presenting Scott to be such a big deal? This is another factor in current WWE and Cena's heel turn that is vastly underdeveloped. Cena has now sided with Logan Paul on television, and this version of Cena being friends with celebrities could make sense if they played into Cena's Hollywood career, but
bro, it's just like, I can't even defend the Travis Scott thing anymore. Like, I was being biased, I'm not gonna lie. Because that was my favorite art, or not my favorite artist, but, you know, I like his songs, I like his shoes, I like his merch. But when you really look at it, take a deep dive, that shit does not make sense at all. He was just with The Rock, right? I feel like him and The Rock is more of a partnership than him and John Cena. Like, I get it, he's living out his dream, but WWE and John Cena, the movie star, they could have put their big brains together and it created a better story. If you're gonna have Travis Scott in the main event of WrestleMania, like he was just there, and then we haven't seen him again. I mean, shit, I bought a shirt because that was hard, and I love Travis Scott, bro, but it doesn't make any sense. And then you have Cody Rhodes losing to, you know, because Travis Scott was there, not even The Rock. Like, you might as well just have John Cena out there. At least just have Travis Scott walk John Cena out, live that dream. But being a part of the finish is kind of crazy. With just no explanation. Just, he's there, he's not. Doesn't make sense, bro.
But they just haven't even bothered. WCW liked to use celebrities with Hulk Hogan during the peak of the NWO, but most of the time it was actually explained to the audience what was going on. WWE just doesn't care. As long as they create a buzz and receive social media impressions, that's all that's going to matter to them. Number 4, the Pat McAfee appearance. Following WrestleMania 41, a new WWE champion, John Cena, would appear.
Is that Dom? Am I tripping? Is that Dom right there? Y'all see him next to the John Cena. I think it's like a Dom cosplay.
The Pat McAfee show. But while Cena was totally in character, it was a completely different version of Cena. Cena had intensity, and the cartoonish elements of his heel persona that fans had seen on TV had just gone. Cena was speaking like a real human being for the first time since turning heel, and he came across extremely natural and confident.
And this is, bro, I'm sorry for pausing so much, but I gotta talk, bro. I gotta talk. Bro, the thing about John Cena too, bro, ever since he returned, it's like he's been in Hollywood so much, this nigga forgot how to actually be a WWE superstar, bro. Like something will happen in the match, you'll look at the crowd like, or even when he's a heel, he'll do the same stuff. Like, bro, we get it. It's fake. It's fake. It's scripted. No, I'm gonna say it's not fake. It's scripted, bro. Like, you know what's gonna happen, but you don't have to make it obvious, bro. Like, what are you doing? You're disrespecting the business now, bro. He's so animated and all that. Like, even when he lost the Rumble or when he was in the match, he was just doing entirely too much, bro. Lock in. This is not no movie. This is WWE. This is what made you, bro. And go like it's clips for his heel run, as that is clips for that. But when you turn face, bro, get back into that Super Cena bag, running down the ramp, saluting, hustle, loyalty, respect, putting these up, have emotion. That's what I love. That's what I miss, John. Like, damn.
Cena would spin the narrative that he was taking what he deserved when he retired, that being the WWE title. But due to Cena explaining this without the cartoonish style, it managed to connect and actually make sense. This appearance received rave reviews from fans, and it was in essence a hybrid of a heel version of Cena, the human being behind the character, and the traditional Cena that was seen on TV for over 2 decades. There were calls to see this version of Cena appear on TV, but sadly the next time he was back on television, the established heel character was back on full display. Number 3, calling spots.
Oh, he's always done this.
Calling spots isn't anything new. Cena has made a career out of calling spots in matches, and whilst calling spots is common in the majority of wrestling matches, Cena had a habit of screaming spots out loud for the entire world to hear. Cena's habit hasn't exactly gone away during his final run in wrestling, and most of his matches in 2025 have featured substantial spot calling. Matches against Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton were called out because of Cena breaking the illusion of pro wrestling, and unfortunately, this was just part of a way Cena performs and unlikely to ever change. In fact, it's one of the best ways in showing how he's ruined wrestling. Number 2, not staying in character. For Cena's heel character to work, he needed to commit fully to kayfabe. Sadly, this hasn't occurred, as outside of WWE, Cena is
Oh
still
my
taking part in
gosh,
meet and
bro. This is my problem, bro. Like, I feel like he's just like you're nitpicking too much, bro. Like, this is like, what do you want him to do, bro? What do you want him to do? This is his last run, right? And you got all these grown men, right? Look, these are grown men. They grew up watching John. They probably showed their kids John. You think he's just gonna like? And John is a nice guy if he's not on Total Divas or if he's not married to Nikki Bella. And if if you ask him about kids, but other than that, he's a nice guy, bro. But you think he's just gonna go up in these people's faces and be in kayfabe and like don't touch me. I'm not taking a picture or frowning. Be realistic, bro. We all live life, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. We live in 2025, bro. Like everybody breaks kayfabe, bro. Like this is not the Undertaker no more, bro. He retired. Undertaker don't even do kayfabe no more, bro. Like you're just nitpicking.
greets, he's still the same old Cena. There's an element of inauthenticity when it comes to the fictional character. Perhaps this is why the character isn't fully connecting. Cena's appearances on shows with the WWE realm, such as Stephanie's character, isn't fully connecting. Cena's appearances on shows with the WWE realm, such as Stephanie's places, are all delivered out of character, and it made fans wonder what the point of the heel character is even supposed to be. Imagine a world where Cena turned heel and
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna lie. This right here is a bad heel face game. Like you could tell you trying a little bit too hard, John. Like, I should have knew from like right. Actually, I did know from right here, but I was letting you blind me. I was letting you blind me, bro. I knew it was gonna be bad, bro. Look at that face.
Refused to engage with fans, and he kept the villainous persona going on in his personal life.
It doesn't even look natural, bro. Look at him next to the Rock.
Appearances. And naturally, it is a lot to ask in 2025 for a heel to stay in character 24/7. Yet when a heel turn is as significant as this, you would assume that WWE and Cena would take all the necessary steps to make it work. At number 1, ruin wrestling. The WWE champion would claim that he plans on ruining wrestling. Cena hasn't exactly explained what this meant, but a lot of the diehard Cena fans are using this as justification whenever Cena has a dud of a segment or a match. A heel trying to ruin the pro wrestling industry could be an exciting concept, yet this has been such a badly executed idea and has quickly fallen apart. Cena's heel run is quite frankly boring and...
Well, it's tough. I don't know where I stand on this because, like, at first I really thought he was ruining wrestling, bro. Like, the match, what he was doing. But after seeing just how he acts and how bad of a heel he is, like, he can't be doing this shit on purpose, right? Like, right? He cannot, like, you can't be that bad of a heel on purpose. That's why I'm like, okay, this dude actually sucks at being a heel. Which I don't know how, bro. I mean, I get it's been 20 years since you actually been a heel, but like you're this bad, bro. And you're my GOAT, bro. You're my greatest of all time, bro. I only root for people like I only love you like how I love Steph Curry, and that's even like you know what I'm saying? Like if you know, you know. But dang, John, you're just that bad to where I'm like, dang, like you're not even doing this on purpose. You're just bad. You're ruining wrestling because you're bad. Like, it's terrible, bro.
Stale. Cena's feuds with Rhodes, Orton, and R-Truth haven't exactly resulted in compelling television, and the blame falls on WWE creatively for missing such a major opportunity to create pro wrestling magic. There have already been calls from fans on social media for Cena to turn back into his babyface persona, and this is no doubt on the horizon sooner rather than later. This heel run could have been so easy to execute, as the sheer idea of the man that carried WWE for 2 decades turning his back on everyone is fascinating, and it should be everything other than boring and dull. When WWE initially booked the turn to go down, they should have had a long-term plan on how to make it as exciting as possible. Whilst there is clearly some time left with Cena as a heel, it could be possible for WWE to turn things around. With that being said, the first few months of the run have been such a colossal failure that it may just be easier for everyone to revert Cena back to his babyface persona. But there you have it, folks.
Trash, 10 ways, bro. Anything you can name, bro. You know how you fix this? You fix this by turning face and running down that ramp and showing emotion. Just be a face again, bro. Like, dang, and I never wanted you to turn heel. I know the internet did, but John, I loved you for you. It's like, no, I'm playing. But I did love you for you, John. But anyways, bro, comment down below. Like, is he ruining the wrestling on purpose, or is he really just his ass? I think he's just his ass because he's ass at being a heel. Like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one, man. Geek out.